9 Laws of Karma That Will Change Your Life. If you have ever heard the buzzwords, what goes around comes around, or you reap what you sow, you are already familiar with karma. But there is a lot more that you are probably unaware of. Hello and welcome to Spirit Reads. The subtle energy created by your actions is stored within your memories and desires and is activated at some point in the future, sometimes immediately, but more often later. And that's one part of it. There are some laws of karma that can entirely change your life for the better. Do you want to know more about this aspect of real and spiritual life? Before we move ahead, make sure you subscribe to more spiritual videos. That's karma. We have all heard it a million times. What goes around comes around. And my personal favorite, karma's a jerk. And while it has become a reliable belief system that good deeds, positive energy, and kind thoughts breed an easier, happier future, the notion that negativity is a curse on our own lives is flawed. What is karma exactly? Karma is the belief that what you do will come back to haunt you. The energy you send out equals the energy you receive back. Karma can manifest itself in various ways for different people, and even in different lifetimes. As a result, we can't always predict how and when it will come back to you. This begs the question, does karma exist? Yes, even if it doesn't make logical sense. Karma is very real and present in our lives. The universe contains mystical, magical energy that we cannot always understand from our logical human perspective. If you are still skeptical about the existence of karma, look back at your own life or the lives of others, and you will most likely see it. The Karma Trap. How to escape. Karma. It's a word that strikes fear into the hearts of many spiritual seekers, and it appears to blame you for everything while also absolving you of blame. Karma, on the other hand, is one of the most misunderstood aspects of spirituality and the path to enlightenment. This part will help you understand what the Karma Trap is and how you can break karmic patterns to end unnecessary cycles of negativity in your life. Whether you feel trapped by your karma or are simply trying to live a life of happiness and spiritual growth, whatever actions or feelings you caused in another person will be repaid by the universe. This karmic boomerang teaches you to be more compassionate by showing you how your actions affect others. Instead of hoping the offender receives their karmic retribution, try to shift your perspective to one of compassion. What would you like someone to say about you? Just remember that bad karma can keep us stuck in old patterns by attracting the same people, events, jobs, illnesses, accidents, and unnecessary burdens. We can break the karmic cycle by analyzing our personal karma. If you believe you are suffering in your current life because of past karma and want to break that cycle to have a better future, the routines listed below may be very beneficial. Follow these 5 steps to cleanse your karmic record. Be thankful for every experience, both good and bad. Show love to everyone, no matter what they have done. Examine your motives and make sure they are motivated by love for yourself and others. Be mindful of your attitude. Negative thoughts generate angry energy directed at you. Forgiveness is the key. It may be the most difficult thing to do, but it is the most important in creating great karma. It's critical to understand the underlying meaning of well-known Eastern concepts like karma so that we don't perpetuate an unfounded belief system that victimizes our psyches and souls. Karma does not bestow rewards or punishments. Rather, it is an energetic exchange created, powered by, and contained by the self. So, the next time you feel good about yourself, speak kindly. Notice moments of self-judgment and give yourself another chance. You're giving yourself a karmic boost. When you are feeling down about yourself or something you have recently or previously done, repeat the mantra, "Next time I will do better." It's not a case of good versus evil. It's a constant work in progress on a journey through life. That's karma. 9 laws of karma that will change your life. Karma is the concept of receiving back whatever you put out into the universe, good or bad. It is central to Hinduism and Buddhism, by definition, for determining a person's next worldly existence based on their current ethical net. Whatever belief system you follow or don't, The concept of karma can play a role in your life. Whether you realize it or not, there are 9 laws of karma at work all the time. When you follow these 9 karma laws, you generate good karma in your life, theoretically increasing the likelihood of good things happening. Let's explore. Number 1. The law of cause and effect. One of the most significant laws, also known as the law of cause and effect, is the first karma law on the list for good reason. It serves as a foundation. This is the fundamental principle of how Indian traditions have always viewed karma, and it functions similarly to Isaac Newton's third law of motion. Every action has a corresponding and opposing reaction. It basically states that whatever you put out into the universe returns to us. So, if we want peace, joy, and love, we must first give it to others. Number 2. Law of creation. Even if most of us are not consciously aware of it, our lives are the result of our inner state and intentions. This is a liberating law because it states that our actions shape our future. Our active role in life is considered necessary. We must actively create the life we desire rather than simply wait for it to happen. Begin by taking small steps toward the life you desire, and your efforts will be amplified. Number 3. Law of humility. We must accept what is rather than argue that it should not grow. When we pass judgment on others, we are passing judgment on ourselves. To progress, we must stop judging and accept life while still working to make the world a better place. This law is very important in Buddhism. Humility is universally regarded as a desirable quality. If we can let go of our arrogance and accept life for what it is, even if it appears ugly or messy at the time, we have already planted the seeds of change. The law of humility teaches us to accept everything without resistance, whether it is a negative character trait within us or an unpleasant situation outside of us. Number 4. Law of responsibility. We must take ownership of our actions. When something goes wrong, we should look in the mirror rather than blame others. What surrounds us is merely a reflection of ourselves. To see that change reflected in the world around us, we must accept responsibility for what we have created and change ourselves for the better. This law teaches us to take responsibility for the state of the world around us, because only then can we change it. If we want peace in our world, we must first find peace within ourselves. And if we want loving relationships, we must first find love within ourselves. Number 5. Law of patience and reward. We must effectively take action toward achieving the life and world that we desire. Although the rewards may not be immediate, we must not give up. Doing work that is meaningful to us and that we enjoy is, in the end, its own reward. Nothing of value can be obtained without patience and perseverance. Nothing else can replace the initial toil required for all rewards. To obtain any reward, you must be patient. True joy comes from enjoying the process of doing what one is supposed to be doing, rather than simply receiving the reward. One must concentrate on the action, not on the reward, knowing that the reward will come in its own time. Number 6. The law of significance and inspiration. This is one law that we should consider whenever we need a motivational boost. The universe would be different without our contribution, no matter how insignificant it may appear. You may feel insignificant, but we make a difference. Whatever you put into something returns to you. The true worth of something is a direct result of the time and effort put into it. If we follow these karma laws, we can be certain that our contribution to the world will be positive. In our own lives, we will reap the benefits of peace, love, and happiness. Number 7. The law of connection. According to this law, the past, present, and future are all interconnected. Sometimes we overemphasize one aspect of our lives over another. We tend to cherish the past more than the present and look forward to the future rather than enjoying the here and now. The truth is that no one aspect of life is more important than another. Life is a continuous flow of one chapter after another, and all aspects contribute equally to the story of life. As a result, we must concentrate on the task at hand, from the smallest to the most important, because everything is interconnected and necessary in its own way. Life's journey should always be taken one step at a time, and we will eventually reach our desired destination. Number 8. The law of change. Only when we change will our experience change. We've all had the experience of encountering the same situations over and over again in life, and they never seem to go away or change. This implies that we comprehend the law of change. According to this law, we will continue to face a situation in life until we are able to redirect our positive energies elsewhere. History will repeat itself, and we will be forced to continue on an unproductive path until we learn the lessons required to change our course. Number 9. The law of focus. Following the law of focus, we cannot focus on lower and higher values at the same time. For example, if we want to grow spiritually, we cannot harbor lower feelings of jealousy and anger and expect to succeed. To achieve the best results, we must remain focused on our primary goal. To succeed, we must maintain our focus on our primary goal and avoid being distracted by multiple pursuits at the same time. Our brain is wired to focus sharply on one goal, and multitasking will make it difficult to achieve proficiency in all tasks at the same time. We must focus our entire attention on what we want. To sum up, that's exactly how karma can change your life. Just know that karma is a way of life that encourages positive thinking and action. It is not intended to be a punishment, but rather to teach us. How else would we learn to be good if we never had to deal with the consequences of our own bad behavior? We suffer only when we create the conditions for suffering, and we enjoy peace and happiness when we send loving energy into the universe. Finally, we are all interconnected, and our actions have an impact on the entire universe. Would you like to discover why things are happening in your life based on nothing more than your name and date of birth? Then go to www.spiritreads.com or click the link in the description below to claim your free Soul Path reading. Unlock the hidden messages in your personality code and reveal the challenges that may be blocking your soul's journey. No matter if you believe in the spiritual world or not, you would likely be amazed at how accurate and precise this free reading really is. So, what are you waiting for? Get your free reading today, while the universe is still calling. That said, now you know how to change your life with the laws of karma. When are you implementing these laws? Comment down below, share this video with everyone, and help others find the truth about karma. Subscribe and give this video a thumbs up to stay tuned for something even more divine and beautiful coming your way.